I'm looking forward to that one, Joel.
Well, we are all set for tip-off, and the ball is up and won by the Bristol Flyers. Ball went up and down on the jump ball. Here is King. Ollison hands off with Miller. Miller pulls it back out. The shot clock's at 10. It's knocked loose by Best. Still with Miller. Mike Miller all the way to the hole and comes up no good. It will stay with the Flyers.
Yeah, just 3 seconds on the shot clock. Need to get a shot off fast. Good defense from the Lions. Delpeche was trying to set screens. In the end, he had to drive.
Miller to inbound. King has to shoot here with the shot clock winding down, and it's blocked. And here comes London the other way. Great block by Zubcic, and Decker lays it in at the other end.
Said pre-game he did not want to let Decker go to the hole. Of course, able to score.
Great fake from Tevin Ollison. The hook shot is short, and the rebound falls to London. Kufos. Hook is no good. Decker on the offensive rebound. He can't finish. Knocked loose by Nelson. Great anticipation on the pass.
You can tell the Lions, Joel, are way more determined today. Like I said, they want to get back to winning ways, including Euro Cup, 3 defeats on the bounce.
Mahan guarded by Nelson. It's going to be a reach-in foul on Nelson, and that'll be his first personal.
And there's a rarity in basketball, player acknowledging they fouled. His hand up straight away, he knew what he'd done.
Well, here's a look at that finish. Great feed from Luke Nelson.
Could be a top 10 contender just with that pass alone.
Here's Miller. Ollison still with Tevin Ollison. Fakes it. Ends up in traffic. Flyers have to shoot. Mahan pulls up the 3. He can't finish on the triple. Best finds Zubcic. Here's Nelson now. Shot clock at 10. Skips to Decker. Open for 3 and drains it. And you cannot give Sam Decker an inch of space.
Again, we mentioned it. He's got an inside game. He had that layup off the pass. And then he shows his outside game with a 3.
Here's Miller. Full screen comes from Delpeche. Miller pulls up from a mid-range 2. And Bristol Flyers get their first field goal of the game.
Yeah, doing confidence. The world of good to get on the board.
Lions with an early 3-point lead. Just 2 minutes gone in the first. Nelson lobbed up to Kufos with the alley-oop. And he makes no mistakes on the finish.
Just love the interaction between the two of them, back and forth on the passing.
Delpeche hands off with Mahan, looking to turn the corner. King for 3, strains the 3, and Bristol Flyers bring it back to within 2. It's going to be a foul on the floor against Tevin Ollison. Here's a look at that 3-pointer from King. All string for VJ King.
There's a better angle there, and just lovely. Nothing but net.
Kufos looking for it down low. Hands off with Best all the way to the hole. And Aaron Best jams it in.
Just tell that Coach Capoose is not happy. Little lapse on defense allowing Best to score.
Miller kicks out to Ollison, fakes the 3, drives inside. Tevin Ollison able to draw the foul, and that'll be called on Best, who looked like he took one in the face.
Yeah, I suppose we're going to see a replay of that. If we had one. Just Best is just...
We've all sent Tevin Ollison to the foul line. Kind of an 18-point game on Friday against the Caledonia Gladiators. It's been a very impressive rookie season for him so far in the early goings out of Youngstown State University. And Ollison goes 2 for 2 to make it a 2-point game. Best Finds Decker, looking inside for Zubcic. Now Kufos with the hook, he can't finish. Rebound Mahan.
He's come up short a couple of times so far, Kufos. Don't expect that to remain the case for long.
King, guarded by Zubcic. VJ King is blocked.
Ooh, lovely.
Delpesh hustles for the loose ball. Mahan's wide open for three. And he can't convert. Offensive rebound battered around, but into the hands of Kufos.
In and out, Joel. Could have given him the lead.
Here's Nelson. Skips to Decker. Open for three. Can't convert that time. And VJ King with the rebound. Miller. He will shoot the three. And drains it. And Bristol Flyers with their first lead of the game.
There's a spot on the floor. I see the Flyers love to shoot the three.
Right in front of us as well. You can see it was going in from the minute it left his hands. Here is Best. Screen comes from Kufos. Finds Kufos top of the key. Back to Best, and it's stolen by Ollison. Here's Mahan. Drives inside. All the way to the hole, can't finish. VJ King on the follow, he can't finish. Third chance opportunity now for the Flyers. And then around the back pass to Mahan. Delpesh with the hook. Back iron, no good. Rebound Nelson. The Flyers with three chances on that last possession. Decker likes this matchup with Miller. Backing him down. The lefty hook is no good. Delpesh with another rebound.
Did a really good job, their Flyers there, Joel, of crowding the paint and not giving Decker the space that he wanted.
Well, Leslie Smith's getting set to check into the game for the first time. The three-pointer is good, knocks it down. And Tevin Ollison, what a shot from him.
Yeah, Coach Ryan Smith's seen enough. He's going to bring a couple of subs to his own in a minute.
Zubcic hands off with Decker. Best now, ball screen comes from Kufos. He's rolling to the basket. Best's floater is short. Ball inside to Decker. Fading away. Gets the friendly roll inside. And London able to narrow the gap down to 2. 4.5 minutes to go in the first. Miller finds King. Shot clock down to 6. King driving inside. Fade away jumper from King. Can't finish. Mahan on the rebound. Here's Delpesh with the hook. And Flyers restore a 4-point lead. Stolen by Miller. And is it going to be looking for the official to see what's been
out of bounds. Out of bounds.
It was out of bounds. Yeah, you're right. And subs come in all around for both teams. It's going to be Miller and Delpesh both taking a seat. Luke Nelson also takes a breather. Josh Sharma into the game for the first time. And
lovely three-point shooting, Joel, from the Flyers. It's given them a deserved lead with 4 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Here's Ruben. Now Best. Sharma sets the screen. Here is Sharma. Best for three. He's off. Sharma's able to bat it out for a second chance opportunity. Ruben for three. And here is Mahan. Watson Gale into the game for the first time. Guarded by Decker. Finds King on the wing. Mahan drives inside, able to draw the foul. And that will send Brandon Mahan to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with how the Flyers have come to play this afternoon, Joel. They've got that early lead and they just want to try and hold it as long as they can. Because you know at some point the Lions are going to try and switch up another gear. But I love as well the Flyers' defence. They've shut down. Sam Decker's found it hard to get a basket a couple of times after that early layup.
Well, the first free throw is good from Mahan. Coming off a season-high 19-point performance on Friday night. 5 for 8 from the three-point line.
So it's double his season average, isn't it?
Second is good for Mahan. And Flyers extend the lead out to 6. Best. Screen comes from Sharma. Best driving inside, puts it up, is short. Decker almost got the rebound, but ends up in the hands of Smith, and I think he took one in the face on that possession as well. Ollison finds King. Ball inside to Leslie Smith. It's guarded by Sharma. Smith puts it on the floor. Watson-Gay is wide open for three. Back iron, no good. Rebound for Ruban.
Sometimes the wide open ones are the hardest to make.
Decker. It's going to be a foul on the floor. Second team foul on the Flyers. And Mike Miller comes to the table as Brandon Mahan exits the game. And Corey Samuels enters the game for the first time this afternoon.
Are we getting ready for some trash talking now, Joel?
Well, he was our guest on the Bristol Flyers podcast this week. And he talks extensively about trash talk in the league. Here is Decker. Ruben rolling to the basket, but it's stolen by Watson-Gale. Samuels kicks out to King, fakes the three, drives inside. The Euro step layup is off the mark, but a blocking foul is called on Best.
Really good work from King. Shame it did not go in, but gets to go to the line to make a couple of free throws.
Well, Kareem Quealy will come into the game as Best picks up his second personal foul.
Yeah, we haven't seen the best of Kareem yet for the Lions this season, but he's a really, really good talent.
A whole bunch of players on that London team, the ability to go off in any game this season. King knocks down the first. Big double-double for him on Friday against Caledonia. King knocks down the second. Extends the lead to 8. Here's Sharma. Finds Haruban. Ball into Zubcic. Nice pass inside to Haruban, but a foul is called on Leslie Smith on the entry pass.
Yeah, Lions like to pass that ball to the cutter, but the Flyers have obviously picked up on this and they're getting into the passing lanes as much as possible.
Just the first personal foul on Leslie Smith. Queenie to inbound. Stolen by Samuels. Lions caught napping on the inbounds play. Here's Watson-Gale, ball into Smith. Sharma does well to deny the pass. Still with Smith. Triple team comes on Leslie Smith and it's stripped by Quealy. Decker lobbed up to Sharma. Great defense in transition by the Flyers. King, baseline three on the way. Drains it. And Coach Ryan Schmidt calls a timeout because Bristol Flyers have built up an 11-point lead.
Yeah, King in the corner. And the Lions have seen enough. They've doubled up, which is 22-11, which is an amazing start for Flyers, Joel. They looked a little bit slow to start off with, but once they got that first basket, the points have just kept coming and coming and coming, and the Lions have had no answer.
And this is a Bristol Flyers team that does well in the first quarter at home. You've seen it a lot this season from the Bristol Flyers team. And, the home crowd is back, you see it here on the screen, sold out home crowd behind the Flyers this afternoon. They really bring the energy for this team from the get-go.
It's one of the reasons why I love coming down to somewhere like Bristol, because it's a small venue, but the fact is, it keeps the noise in, so when the fans get into it, the atmosphere just it's just so loud, it's noisy, it's great, and you can tell the players feed off it. I mean, it doesn't even need to be a score. When Samuels got the steal at the baseline the other end, the crowd like, yeah, here we go, here we go. And one of the things I love about the Flyers, it's been one of the Flyers things over the years, is when they're in transition, good things happen.
It sure is. You look at some of the stats from that first quarter so far. VJ King leads the way with 8 points. And 2 players on 5 apiece, Mike Miller and Brandon Mahan. Bit of full court pressure being shown now by the Flyers. Quealy. It's going to be a foul away from the ball. Holding foul away from the ball on, Corey Samuels. Will be his first personal foul. Queeley to inbound, finds Sharma. Here's Queeley, looking for Sharma at the elbow. Thought about the jumper. Good defense from Leslie Smith, and he gathers in the rebound.
Yeah, nice little fake, but wasn't able to finish at the bucket.
King sees an open lane, kicks out to Miller in the corner for three and drains it. And Bristol Flyers, incredible 25 to 11 lead in this first quarter. Ruban for three, back iron no good, rebound Smith. Samuels comes off the leg of Zubcic, great steal, and Decker jams it in on the fast break.
Yeah, finally a clip for the Lions social media. Lovely little play. A little bit sloppy from the Flyers, but good thing is they still have a healthy lead.
35 seconds to go in the first. Miller to the hole, beautiful finger roll inside with a soft touch around the rim.
Yes. They got their Del Pesh seal of approval.
Sharma looking for Zubcic. The mid-range two is good.
Got the bounce. Lions wanted to avoid a start similar to Budućnost in the Euro Cup on Tuesday, but it's turning out the same way.
7 seconds to go in the first. The shot clock is off. It's Watson Gale, kicks out to Samuels for three. Ball goes in and out. And that will do it for the opening 10 minutes of play. The Bristol Flyers have built an incredible 12-point lead over the London Lions. So Timmy Nelson to inbound for the Lions. Ward Hibbert's into the game for the first time this afternoon. Here's Haruban. Puts it on the floor, kicks out to Nelson. Extra pass for Ward Hibbert. Corner two is off. And it's chased down out of bounds, but it will go to Bristol Flyers.
Yeah, good defence from the Flyers once again. Like I said, they had that slow start, but they seem to have adjusted early in the first quarter. And since then, they've made life really difficult for the Lions.
Miller. Got Kupos on him, pulls up from the top of the key. Grabs his offensive rebound though. Ball ends up on the deck. Miller kicks out to Samuels. Great hustle from the Flyers. Shot clock's at 6. Smith has to shoot. It's a tough fadeaway jumper, and it's rebounded by Nelson. Nelson thought about the three, ends up with it once again. Kupos rolling to the basket. Nelson for three is short. Here comes Bristol the other way. Miller. Screen comes from Delpesh. Kicks out to Smith. Back to Miller. It's got Luke Nelson on him. The shot clock's down to 5. And again, the shot clock winding down, and Miller's three is off. Rebounded by Ward Hibbert. Queeley likes this matchup with Leslie Smith on him. And what a move from Kareem Queeley. Count it and the foul. And he will go to the line for a bonus.
Tough bucket from Kareem Queeley. Look at the replay. Little spin. Gets fouled. Goes to left hand. Gets it to go. Lovely play.
Well, Queeley cuts it down to a 10-point game. And if he can knock down this free throw, he can cut it down to single digits. Ruban for three. Off the mark, no good. Lions unable to take advantage of the second chance opportunity. Samuels. Hands off with Watson Gale. Back to Watson Gale. Thought about the three. He will shoot the deep two. The rebound falls into the hands of Costa Koufos. Nelson finds Ruban. Inside to Koufos. He's got Delpesh on him. What a move from Costa Koufos, who can't come up inside, but VJ King ends up stepping on the baseline. And Lions will get a new 14.
Just can't get it going so far, Costa. Everything, I think every shot he's had today, Joel, just rolled off the ring.
Just 2 points and 2 rebounds so far for Kufos. And the officials are just going to look at the clock here. The clock in the arena says 7 minutes and 38 seconds. They're just going to talk it through with the table.
Yeah, it's been adjusted now, 7:54.
Well, it's going to be Nelson to inbound from the baseline. Finds Kufos. Nice pass into Kufos. It's going to be an offensive foul. Great stance from Malcolm Delpesh.
That one might sting a little, but great defense from Delpesh. Lions run that pick and roll a lot. And Delpesh got to spot early.
Well, Bristol are going to get the possession back here. And you see London really pressing high on the defensive end. Balls into Delpesh. Here is Ollison. Ollison drives inside. Strong take against Kufos. And he puts it up and in.
Very confident move.
Nelson tries left. Step back 2 is short. Watson Gale with the rebound. Here's King. Got Queeley on him. It's going to be a reach-in foul on Kareem Queeley. Just outside the 3-point line. Just the first personal foul on him. Mahan. Looking for a screen from Delpesh. Fires up for 3. Back iron, no good. Ward Hibbert gathers in the board. Queeley takes the screen from Kufos. Kicks out to Nelson for 3. Both teams going cold in this second quarter from behind the 3-point line.
So Lions have only hit 1 so far this evening.
Queeley, stolen by Mahan. It's got Haruban on him. Ends up getting it out of traffic. Here's Watson Gale. Pulls it back out for a mid-range 2, knocks it down. And Jelani Watson Gale is playing with confidence out there.
That step back just gave him enough space to get the shot over and in.
Nelson, screen comes from Kufos. Nelson to the hole. What a strong finish from Luke Nelson. Off the glass and in.
Well, he's had enough of shooting it from range. He thought, I'll take it to the basket, and why not?
12-point lead for the Flyers. 6 minutes to go in the first half. King pulls up for 2. Front irons. Here comes Haruban the other way. Nice pass into Ward Hibbert, who lays it up.
Very unselfish play. Get the Lions within 10.
Approaching the midway point now of this second quarter. Here's Watson Gale, guarded by Haruban. Kicks out to Mahan for 3, drains it. And Brandon Mahan just picking up where he left off on Friday night.
Well, it's raining outside, Joel, and now it's raining in here as well.
Nelson for 3, in response, splashes it. And it is turning into a 3-point shootout in this second quarter.
Just needed that basket at the hoop to get his confidence back. Another lovely shot from him.
King kicks out to Mahan. Thought about the 3. Ball inside to Delpesh, backing down. The turnaround hook is too much. And the board falls toward Hibbert. Here's Queeley now. Nelson. Ball into Kufos with the hook. And Coach Kapoulas looks to the table to say, yep, I'll have a timeout, please. Because the London Lions have cut it back down to a 10-point game.
The Flyers have got a little bit of offense in the last minute or two, but they started the quarter cold, so did the Lions. But they still have a 8-point lead, which is pretty decent at this stage of the game.
Yeah, you see that both teams, they both went cold to start the second quarter, and then they traded threes. I mean, Brandon Mahan knocked one down, and then Luke Nelson, you see here, in response. And that's when, when players are starting to knock down threes, that really opens up the court for their offense, because creating more space inside, like that Kufos hook that we saw forced the timeout by Coach Kapoulas.
Yeah, that was a lovely play from Costa, who's really, really struggled. But it was the simplest of passes in from Nelson. Found him, just turn, and it's almost like a sky hook. You're too young for the comparison, but Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, this lovely sky hook, the NBA back in the 80s.
Hey, I'm not that young, no.
I did say you're too young, Joel.
It's 4 minutes 48 seconds to go in the second quarter. Flyers on top, 34 points to 26. They led by as many as 14 points in this first half. It's going to be Nelson, Ward, Hibbert, Decker, Zubcic and Kufos on the floor for London. Samuels, Miller, Mahan, King and Delpesh, the five out there for the Flyers. Well, London sitting back in a zone defence here, as Corey Samuels calls out the play. Here's Mahan. King at the elbow, pulls up from the elbow and drains it. And that's one way to beat a zone defence.
Absolutely lovely shot from him. And they're going to need a lot more of it tonight if they want to keep this lead.
Decker inside to Kufos. He's guarded by Delpesh, and tough hook shot is good. Rolled around the rim, but got the friendly drop.
Kufos made that tough hook shot, got the confidence up, makes that, like with Nelson, get a shot to go, and then the confidence suddenly comes.
They're back in this zone again. VJ King again from the elbow, knocks it down. And a couple of times back to back, he's managed to find a gap at the top of the key.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to switch up the D at some point.
It's fouled away from the basketball. I think it's going to call on Delpesh for holding on Kufos. Just the first personal foul on Malcolm Delpesh, though. It's going to be Decker to inbound on the side to get us back underway. Nelson turns the corner all the way to the hole, kicks out to Zubcic for three, drains it, and boy did London Lions need that three to drop. Miller back to King. Ball screen comes from Delpesh. King looking to respond with a three of his own, no good. Rebound Kufos.
Lions back within 7. This is a huge opportunity for them.
Zubcic, turn around, fading away. No good. Samuels soars for the rebound. It's going to be a foul, I think, on Zubcic. Yeah. On the rebound attempt. Corey Samuels out-jumped everyone in the gym to grab that one.
Just watching, he's not happy with the call, but that's what it is. Just a very soft shot from him as well, Joel. There's hardly anything on there. And there's no surprise it came up short.
It's just his first personal foul in this game. Three minutes to go in the half. Flyers leading by 7. Samuels kicks out to King. Hands off with Miller. Ball screen comes from Smith. Miller around the back. It's stolen by Nelson, but a foul. And Nelson just playing a little bit too aggressively on the defensive end. He'll pick up his second. You can see his reaction to the call. And here you can have a look on the replay. He's got his arms caught up with Miller by the looks of it. Samuels. Euro step. Lefty layup, can't finish. Smith strips it back, but ends up stepping on the baseline.
Yeah, great hustle from him, but his momentum just took him out of bounds. But it's a great move initially from Samuels because he almost outfaked Nelson, got to the hoop, but wasn't able to convert.
Here's Nelson all the way to the hole. Luke Nelson beat his defender off the dribble, and the lane just opened up from inside.
Luke is in the zone now.
Well, they've cut it down to a 4-point lead. 5-point lead even. Here is Mahan. Driving inside, up against Kufos, and what a finish from Brandon Mahan.
High off the glass, he almost ran out of backboard.
Decker inside to Zubcic. Guarded by King. Turnaround hook is off the glass and in.
Yeah, he says, if you can go window, I can too.
The lead is back down to 5. Samuels. Top to King. The shot clock's down to 8 seconds. Screen comes from Smith. King for 3 is short. Rebound Decker. Kufos hands off with Decker. Decker driving inside. Kicks out to Ward Hibbert. Ball into Kufos and it's stolen by Miller. Here comes Bristol in transition. Mahan thought about the 3. Finds Miller. He will shoot the 3. Back iron no good, and the rebound is gathered in by Nelson.
Yeah, he didn't need to think about that, but just couldn't go in.
Final minute of this first half. Kufos looking inside for Zubcic, and great defense by Mahan, who's come up hobbling on the play. Miller. Screen comes from Smith. Miller to the hole. All the way to the hoop. Puts it up and in. And what a finish from Mike Miller. And Ryan Schmidt calls a timeout.
Yeah, he just went past Kufos. As soon as he got that first step, he was able to get to the basket. He knew he'd beaten Costa.
Well, Miller's now up to 12 points to lead the way for the Bristol Flyers. He had just 2 points on Friday night on his return from concussion protocol. But he really has led this Bristol Flyers team in the first half of this game now.
Yeah, an absolute fantastic performance from the Flyers. Like, so we had that tiny little slow start beginning, but since then they have been a better team. But Lions offense has started to get going. Costa Kufos got a few baskets. Nelson's playing like a man possessed at the moment, so you know their threats. And of course, at any moment, Decker could get the offense going again. But they are going to take a lead into the half time, which is going to be fantastic.
Well, Decker leads the way in scoring for the Lions. He has 9 points in this game so far. Zubcic has 7. And then it's Costa Kufos who has 6 points to go along with his 4 rebounds.
Sorry, Joel. Of course, a lot of that scoring for Decker came early on, didn't it, at the beginning of the game? So they could really do with him getting going again.
And you talk about the... before the game, we spoke about the rebound battle and how important that would be. Bristol Flyers, a team that like to crash the offensive glass. Well, the Lions are out rebounding the Flyers right now. If you look at the rebound tally, 22-19 as we approach the halfway point.
Yeah, but of course the most important statistic is there on the screen, Joel, and it's 42-35.
Our Lions can go 2 for 1 here if they're quick enough. Nelson, guarded by Watson Gale. Looking for Decker, and it's stolen by Mahan. And Watson Gale out in transition, up against Kufos, looking for the foul. Nothing given, but it will stay with Bristol.
Yeah, unfortunately that shot came out, hit the side of the backboard. But great hustle from the Flyers, of course. Now Coach Kaboulos has an opportunity. It's almost like run an end of gameplay, but of course the end of the first half.
And these are the moments as well now where this could be all the difference come the end of the game. You know, you talk about you had the time out there to use it, so may as well burn that time out. Chance to draw something up, maybe something a little bit different to get a shot for a player. 20 seconds left, they'll look to get a shot and one final stop.
Well, when you play a team like the Lions, who are expected to always win, every single possession does count if you want to beat them. Of course, he definitely want to get a score, but it's obviously try and use as much clock as possible. Because if they do miss, they don't want to give Lions an opportunity to cut the deficit going into the break.
Well, there is just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock when we resume this, when we get back underway. So, as you say, I'm sure the Flyers will look to burn every second of that clock going into the half-time break. Well, 42 points to 35 is the score. 20 seconds left on the clock. Chance for Coach Kapoulis to draw one final baseline out of bounds play even. As you say, there's just 2 seconds here between the shot clock and the game clock. Miller. You have to get it in here, the Flyers. And it's stolen back by Decker, who ends up on the deck. But here come the Lions in transition. Zubcic, nice pass into Kufos. It's going to be an offensive foul. And now Bristol Flyers will get one final possession. And Coach Ryan Schmidt clearly unhappy with the call. He's going to bring in Queeley off the bench.
I'd say Flyers have used both of their timeouts for the half, so no chance to draw up a play, just go with it. But 13.7 seconds, a lot of time. They could possibly run the same play as before. They never got a chance to execute it.
Well, we will find out here in these last few moments. Ball into Watson Gale. The shot clock is off. 10 seconds to go in the first half. Watson Gale drives past Queeley. 3 seconds to go. Still Watson Gale drives inside and comes up short, and that will do it for the end of a great first half for the Bristol Flyers. They lead the London Lions.
And if they can play like they did play in the first 20 minutes, then they've got a very good chance.
Well, we are back underway for the second half of action. Here's Mike Miller. Calls for a screen from Delpesh. Miller lobbing it up inside. The offensive rebound is caught by Delpesh, who can't convert on the second chance, but the third chance is good. And that's where Bristol Flyers are at their best, when they can crash the offensive glass.
And of course, highlighted start of the show, Kufos and Delpesh in the rebounding battle, and those two had a really good tussle on that play.
Nelson skips to Decker, pulls up for 3, is short, and the rebound falls to Brandon Mahan.
Yeah, Lions still struggling from beyond the arc.
Miller looking for Mahan, it's guarded by Decker. Here's Miller to the hole. Tough finish with the outstretched arms of Kufos, but a foul is going to be called on the rebound. It's going to be called on number 1, says the referee. Zubcic picks up his third personal, and that could be crucial as well. You haven't talked about foul trouble too much, at the halftime break, but picking up a third foul in the early goings of this third period.
Yeah, but then you see Wojtek come into the game. It's almost like for like the quality of depth on this Lions bench.
Of course, London also without Ovi Soko this evening. Balls into Ollison. Ollison turns the corner. Scoop layup off the glass is good. What a beautiful finish.
Great play. Just to get a little bit of space.
Yep. Best. Screen comes from Kufos. Decker. Hands off it. Stolen away by Brandon Mahan. Finds Miller. Kicks out to Ollison. Extra pass for Mahan. It's good ball movement here from the Flyers. Ball's inside to Miller. Mahan at the elbow. Great ball movement from Bristol. And it results in a Mahan floater.
Lions just don't look cohesive at the start of this third quarter, and Flyers just making them pay for it.
Decker turns the corner, drives inside, off the glass and in. What a strong move from Decker.
But that's what he does, and he does it so often.
Miller. Mahan coming off the screen. Decker ends up on the deck. Mahan from the elbow knocks it down. And Sam Decker just limping on the other end of the court, looking gingerly.
Yeah, he's holding his right foot. We see how he goes in the next couple of minutes.
Ruban
only came back from injury, as you well know, Joe, on Tuesday.
Nelson, great defense from Bristol, and Nelson's three is off. Rebound by Delpesh. King, Delpesh sets the screen. King looking inside for Delpesh. He's stripped loose by... well, Delpesh gets the hook to go. And Kufos, he stripped it loose, but Delpesh able to stay with it.
Yeah.
And he puts Bristol on top with a big lead here, Niall.
We highlighted this Delpesh-Kufos battle mainly because of the boards. But it's been fantastic to see them go up against each other. And so far, Delpesh claims the victory.
Delpesh now up to 6 points to go along with his 4 rebounds. It's been a key battle inside. And we spoke about it very briefly off air, but we felt that whichever team could get a foothold to start this third quarter could really tell the way which way this game would swing. And it certainly has been Bristol Flyers who have taken a full advantage in this opening stages of the third. They've outscored the Lions 10 points to 2 in this third so far.
Oh, we kind of expected the Lions would come out all guns blazing this third quarter, get the game back on an even footing. And they just, I think they used the word earlier, they just haven't looked cohesive enough. A couple of mistakes they've been talking to each other when they've turned the ball over. There's just something missing. And you mentioned the fact, how much of a miss is Ovi Soko? Of course, the only game they've lost in the BBL season was up in Sheffield, last Friday. Who was missing that night? Ovi Soko. Of course, Decker's been out for a while, but it just shows how much of a key impact Soko has on this team. Everyone talks about Sam Decker, but Ovi Soko is just as important.
Well, Lions get us back underway. Nelson's being guarded full court by Miller. Best hands off with Decker. Decker turns the corner. It's going to be a foul on the shot, and that will send Sam Decker to the line to shoot 2. Johnny Watson-Gale's getting set to re-enter the game. Sam Decker is going to head to line to shoot 2 free throws. Of course, the 15th pick by the Houston Rockets in the 2015 NBA draft. Spells with the Rockets, the Clippers, the Cavs, the Wizards and the Raptors.
Yeah, just that one game though last season with the Raptors. Of course, ended up going to Turkish side by Chesingir after they'd played the Lions in FIBA Eurocup and ended up winning the competition.
Certainly brings a wealth of experience to the Lions and to the BBL, both domestically and in the Euro Cup. Miller looking for King on the wing. King drives inside. Strong move by King, can't come up with the floater. And Decker grabs the rebound. Decker turns left. Strong move by Decker. Can't finish inside, but a second chance is secured by Kufos, and the ball comes off the foot of Nelson, and that will be an over and back.
Yeah, he really tried to save it. All we could do, save it off a teammate's footage, running the same way as you, out of bounds. But you can see Decker's determined to get Lions back into this game.
Miller. Guarded by Best. Miller finds Mahan. Ball inside to Delpesh. He's backing down Kufos. Extra pass inside to Miller, who ends up on the deck, and it's stolen away by Hiruban. 3-on-1 for the Lions, and Decker, easy layup off the glass.
No need to go for a spectacular, they just need to get points on the board.
But they've got the lead now down to 11. King. Screen comes from Delpesh. Step back 3 is short. Long rebound forced to Nelson, and again Lions can break. It's another 3-on-2. This time, corner 3 ball from Best is off. Decker, great offensive rebound to Nelson, who drains the triple.
Yeah, and he enjoyed that one.
And you feel momentum slowly starting to shift in London's favour now.
Lions crashing the board, getting that second opportunity. Nelson wide open at the top. Great play.
Miller. Shot clock's down to 8. The screen comes from Delpesh. Miller drives all the way to the hole. Switches in the air. Offensive rebound by Delpesh though, and that's going to be a 24 because the ball didn't touch the ring.
Yeah, Coach Capone's just questioning it, but Gavin Williams, one of the referees, happy that is the correct call.
Here's Nelson. Finds Best, hands off with Decker. Decker drives inside. Skips out to Nelson. Here's Kufos inside off the glass. Can't finish. Decker on the follow, no good. Puts it on the floor though. Third chance is good for the London Lions, and Coach Kapoulis looks to the table to call a timeout because after scoring, going on a 10-2 run to start the third quarter, the Lions have responded with the next 7 points.
Yeah, whatever Coach Ryan Smith said in that last timeout has worked. They come out way more determined, and they are hard to stop when you've got both Kufos and Decker crashing the boards.
Yeah, they're giving Bristol a bit of a taste of their own medicine, especially in this third quarter. It's their 7th offensive rebound of the game so far. If you look at the rebound battle, they're all tied up now at 26 rebounds apiece. So, you know, Bristol, a team that like to out-rebound their opponent in games. There's certainly been a war down there in the post, and you can see that epitomised by this Delpesh and Kufos matchup.
Yeah, great battle between these two. And I think when we were speaking about, I said that Delpesh had the edge. I actually think they both had like 6 points and 4 rebounds at that time.
Well, Luke Nelson's 3 there was the 3 that forced the timeout. It was great hustle from Decker to bat it out for a second chance opportunity.
Yeah, but I think this man here we see on the screen, Luke Nelson, he is key. His confidence like I said, he missed shots early. Once his confidence got going, he's just turned it up another notch. And I just got a feeling he could be the difference between the two teams tonight.
Well, Decker's going to head to the end of the bench here to get some treatment from the athletic trainer. We saw him walking gingerly on that last possession or so. So we'll try and keep you up to date with that one if we can find out some more.
And of course, then he came back on Tuesday.
Mahan turns the corner, kicks it out to Miller. Delpesh is calling for it down low, and it's stolen by Best. Haruban. It's got a mismatch with Watson Gale on him. Kufos inside, guarded by Delpesh. Back out to Haruban, drives inside. It's going to be a foul on Watson Gale. He looks to try to strip the ball. He'll be on the floor though.
It's a different dynamic when Decker's on the bench as he comes back into the game now, because Ruben likes to play outside, so Kufos is his sole guy crashing the boards, and he was out as well, so there's no one around the hoop.
Well, there's a bit of miscommunication there on the play because 6 players are on the court, and then
don't want a technical.
Luke Nelson is the one to make way for Decker.
Decker's a nodge's bad. He told the wrong player to leave the game.
Here's Kufos. Down low to Decker, and it's stolen by Watson Gale. Here's King. Goes up and count it. Beautiful. And the foul. And VJ King will cut the line for a bonus.
Oh, absolutely great play. It just felt when he went to the basket, it was in slow motion. The way he went and drew the foul, able to score. And that's just what the Flyers need. They need to stop the London Lions' momentum. And of course, this is just a lovely play. We've seen it in slow motion here, but it just felt slower in real time. The way he was able to finish the hoop, because he enjoyed that one. But it breaks the Lions' momentum. That's the main thing for Flyers.
Well, VJ King now up to 14 points to go along with his 4 assists so far this afternoon.
I'm going to put you on the spot here, Joel. What's his high of the season? Because you might want to check that one out. I've got a feeling he's going to go off the one in the 4th.
Well, he had I remember him having a 24-point game earlier in the season. Here's Decker, who turns the corner. Finds Quealy. Now guarded by Miller. The shot clock's at 6. Sharma guarded by Delpesh. Lions have to shoot here. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. You see the Flyers bench on their feet. Coach Kapoulas really happy with his side's defense on that last possession.
As soon as Best was not able to get that ball cleanly, it was always going to be a violation. Just would never have the time. But great work from the Flyers.
Here's Miller. Finds Delpesh, almost stolen by Sharma.
Yeah, not seen much of Sharma this afternoon.
Miller download to Delpesh. It comes off the foot, and Watson-Gale tries to save it from going out of bounds, but it will go back to the London Lions.
Chalmers is a very, very good backup. He could start for a lot of teams, but I think he's only played about 5 minutes today, which is very unusual, unless he's carrying some sort of injury.
Haruban turns the corner. Haruban into the hole and count it. He will go to the line for a 3-point play.
That's a lovely drive to the hoop.
Well, subs coming inside now for the Flyers. Ollison and Smith both into the game. Delpesh and Mahan both checking out. And Wojciech Haruban, chance to go to the line for a bonus.
Rattles in, but good, but it's a 5-point game. It's getting close again, Joel.
It's been swinging back and forth, this lead. The Flyers' biggest lead of the game was 15. Closest London's been is a 4-point game. Shot clock down to 10. Miller turns the corner, pulls up from the elbow, can't finish, and the rebound secured by Sharma. Decker hands off with Best. Best now to Quealy. Quealy finds Haruban. Guided by Watson-Gale. Now Quealy puts it on the floor and it's stripped. And Decker ends up with it. Smith ends up with it. And the possession arrow points towards the Lions.
Yeah, working a lot of Eurocup are getting used to seeing jump balls again.
You'd love to see that jump ball come back in that situation.
Yeah. And of course, as we play to FIBA rules in BBL, possession arrow is what we go with. But it's one of the best things about EuroLeague and Eurocup in recent seasons was bringing back the jump ball, definitely.
Well, the arrow points towards London, so they will inbound from the baseline here.
Just 4 seconds, though, to get something off quickly.
Well, a fadeaway jumper from Decker is off, and the rebound ends up in the hands of Leslie Smith.
I'm not sure for a second he knew how much time was on that clock.
Samuels, guarded by Quealy. Finds Watson-Gale now. Back top to Samuels. Shot clock down to 8. Ollison has got Decker on him. Has to shoot the 3. Can't convert. And rebound falls into the hands of Aaron Best. Best takes the screen from Sharma. Pulls up from the foul line. Is long. Second chance opportunity for London.
Great work. Sorry, Joel, by the long arms of Josh Sharma.
Best to the hole. It's going to be an offensive foul on the screen.
Moving.
And we've seen the referees really clamp down on that this season. The moving screen, you see it. That one there as he just pivoted.
Never stopped. Never tried to plant his feet. Did saw a little crafty little shirt pull in that replay as well.
It will be Flyers ball with 1 minute 42 to go in this third quarter. Samuels hands off with King. Here's Ollison. He's got Decker on it. Takes the handoff. Finds Smith at the elbow. Smith drives up against Sharma. It's blocked. Out of bounds. And it is last touch by the Flyers.
Yeah, great work. It's one of the things that Josh Sharma brings his team is his defense. He's a very good shot blocker. See that nice and clean.
Well, Malcolm Delpesh getting set to return to the game. VJ King will take a breather. They've really needed that inside presence on these last few possessions. They've given up a couple of offensive rebounds.
This is a critical 80 seconds for the Flyers. They do not want to lose the lead before the end of the quarter.
Well, Nelson ends up on the deck. as he sticked by Delpesh, who ends up with the ball. Luke Nelson is on the deck, and he looked like he slipped on the floor, and that is not a good sight for the London Lions.
Of course, this is already a team who have lost Tarek Phillip for pretty much most of the season, if not the whole season, through injury, who was going to be their key guard this year. He's up, he's moving. The feeling he's going to be okay.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to keep him out there on the floor, which is great to see.
I think the way he's played today, Joel, they really need him on the floor.
Well, no, he is going to take a seat now for Decker as he's going to head back to the scorer's table as well, so it looks like he will sub back in on the next possession. I think it's because they had to stop play, so he had to get checked out of the game. Good defense from Best to get a hand on it, but it stays with Watson Gale. Final minute of the third. Watson Gale, guarded by Haruban, finds Smith. Corner three ball is long. Offensive rebound by Samuels. Top to Ollison. Deep three. And it's way off the mark. And the Bristol Flyers have struggled from behind the three-point line in this third quarter. Down to just 33% after a hot start to this game from deep.
The only good thing about the last couple of minutes is they still managed to keep a lead of 5 points.
Nelson looking inside to Sharma, and his alley-oop is missed. Samuels pushing in transition. Back to Samuels. Almost stolen again by Sharma. Here's Delpesh now. Spins inside into the double. And Ollison took a knock there. It's going to be out of bounds. And the officials just telling the Lions bench to sit down. To the delight of the home fans here at the Wise campus. He will get back to London though. And the ball is in quickly.
Telling them off like they're naughty school children.
Final 15 seconds of the third. Nelson. Stolen by Watson Gale. And he stepped on the sideline, and he'll go back to London for these last 8 seconds. And he'll be kicking himself over that, because that was a great defensive possession by the Flyers.
Yeah, that's at least 2 or 3 times now that Nelson has coughed up the ball.
Final 6 seconds. Nelson takes a screen from Sharman. Again, it's stolen by Watson Gale. Great defense from the Flyers. Good if it goes. And Haruban's shot is short, and that will do it for the end of the third quarter. Lions went charging at the Flyers in the third quarter. Really control steals.
Yeah.
And we are set to get back underway with the final 10 minutes of action here at the SGS College Arena. And it's knocked loose by Quealy to start the fourth, but it will stay with the Flyers in the backcourt.
Just a couple of points in 12 minutes for Quealy today. Be good to see him go offensively.
Samuels is guarded by Quealy. Turns the corner. Finds Delpesh. Hands off with Watson Gale. Now back to Samuels. Shot clock's at 5. Flyers have to go to work here. Ollison has to shoot. Tough shot from Ollison, and that will be a 24.
That was really good defense from the Lions, especially Quealy.
Nelson turns on the engines, able to draw the foul, which will be on the floor against number 4, Corey Samuels.
Yeah, took the contact.
Well, he will head to the bench, and Miller will check back in as he will take up the responsibility of guarding Nelson.
I really feel if the Lions are going to win this game today, Luke Nelson is pivotal towards it.
Ball into Quealy. Tough shot, no good. Best and Miller both end up on the deck. Flyers can push in transition. Here's Ollison. The turnaround jumper is good. Now Bristol Flyers, they went cold for the last few minutes of the third, but some much welcome points for them to start the fourth.
Yeah, Coach Schmidt has seen enough. He's going to bring Decker and Kufos back into the game.
Quealy finds Haruban. Drives inside. It's stripped by Ollison, but a foul. And you can see his frustration with that one as he gets picked up with his fourth.
As I said, he got caught with a hand in the cookie jar. Is that the same?
He had his hand in the cookie jar. That's the phrase. Decker and Kufos both come back into the game, as does Zubcic.
Yeah. See, ideally, we're only a minute into the fourth quarter. Ideally, you'd want to give Kufos and Decker a little bit more rest, but 7 points down, you don't want to let the game get out of hand.
Best. Screen comes from Kufos. Decker, open, toes the line. No good. Rebound, Delpech.
Yeah, good work from Delpech. Right place, right time.
King. Watson-Gale attacking off the dribble. A tough fadeaway. It's going to be a foul on Sam Decker. And that will send Watson-Gale to the line to shoot 2 free throws. You can see it closer on the replay.
Yeah, just taps the elbow, doesn't he?
Just the first personal foul on Sam Decker, though. Jelani Watson-Gale knocks down the first free throw. Just 3 points so far tonight. He's had 12 points on Friday off the bench against Caledonia. Can't convert on the second. Minute and a half gone in the fourth. Kufos taking Delpech off the dribble, looking for Nelson in the corner. Swings to Best, fakes the three. Now Zubcic, is miscommunication between him and Decker on the pass. And Zubcic ends up throwing it out of bounds.
Of course, now the Flyers have a chance to re-establish a double-digit lead. It's all mind games, mental. It's the point of the contest. It's a huge play for them. But cough the ball up.
It's going to come off the foot of Miller, I think. And after Lions got the steal, they will keep possession. So, yeah, you see it comes off the foot there. And so London will get this ball back here. How big could that opportunity be for the Flyers? Stolen back by Watson-Gale. And Decker's pushing in transition. Blocked by Decker. Chase down on Watson-Gale. And he sends it into the front row.
Yeah, hopefully no one's got concussion sitting there after that block. To see the replay. Just lovely work from Decker, but that is part of his game.
A great defense from London to prevent the lead from stretching out to double figures. It's going to be Tevin Ollison to inbound from the baseline. Finds King at the... it's stolen back by Zubcic. And here is Quealy now.
Yeah, there's no way Kufos was going to be dribbling that down the floor.
Kufos, guarded by Delpech. Kufos, hook shot is short, and it's rebounded by Watson-Gale.
Yeah, the hook just looked a little bit flat, never had a chance.
Watson-Gale, guarded by Quealy, finds King. King attacking Decker. Puts it up, can't finish, and it's rebounded by Kufos. Decker off the dribble. It's going to be an offensive foul on Decker.
Yeah, just a push off as he went towards the basket.
And Delpech had a couple of charges taken in this game. One by Kufos and this one by Decker. And you see it there, just putting his left arm out as he was driving inside.
I'm not sure it's enough force to knock Delpech over, but he went over, and that's the call.
The Moisture technicians are just cleaning up the wet patch on the court after Delpech hit the deck. And we are back underway. 7 minutes to go in this one. Flyers leading by 8 points. Miller swings to King. Ollison now down low to Delpech. Out to Watson-Gale for three. Drains it. And Jelani Watson-Gale stretches it out to an 11-point lead.
6 points for him. He's the only player off the bench for the Flyers who scored this afternoon.
Quealy Best. The screen comes from Kufos. Best drives baseline. Zubcic's three is good. You count it. And he responds with a triple of his own.
Just knows it quiets the crowd just ever so slightly.
Watson-Gale, he's got a mismatch with Zubcic on him. Step back three again. Watson-Gale drains it. And we have got ourselves a shootout in this fourth quarter.
Back-to-back triples. He's come to play and he's on to 9.
Zubcic now guarded by King, and he's able to draw the foul. The basket just rolled out. And Tomislav Zubcic will head to the line to shoot 2. Nine points so far tonight for him to go along with 3 rebounds and just a single assist as well. He's averaging 15 points and 3 rebounds a game so far this season for London. In the BBL Championship, that is.
He's a quality player. He's got so much experience. Played in the EuroLeague, played in the Euro Cup. Of course, last season was Tofaş Bursa in the Basketball Champions League. Played at a high level throughout his career.
Second one is no good, and Delpesh gathers in the board. It's going to be a blocking foul called on Tomislav Zubcic, and he's in foul trouble. That's going to be his 4th, and a technical foul is called on Coach Schmidt. Zubcic has picked up his 4th foul, and you can see it here. Let's have a look at the replay. There's the blocking foul. And Coach Schmidt was on the court in protest, and in doing so, he picked up the technical. And I think it's going to be Watson-Gale to shoot the technical free throw.
Yeah, it's the only disappointment for me for the Flyers today is he's been the only offense off the bench, and he's done most of that in the last few minutes. It's the starters who've done it all for the Flyers today.
Well, Watson-Gale extends it back to an 11-point lead for Bristol. Miller stops, pops, can't get the drop, and it's rebounded by Costa Kufos. Zubcic inside to Decker, puts it up, able to draw the foul.
Smart move by Decker. You can see the foul was coming, threw the ball up, and he knows he's going to the line.
As you say, yeah. Saw the contact coming in. Miller with his hands in the cookie jar. Just a second personal foul on him, though. And Sam Decker will head to the line for 2. Zubcic will head to the bench as Harubin comes back in after picking up his 4th personal foul. With 5 minutes 30 seconds to go in this game, you wonder how long Coach Schmidt will continue to keep him on the bench there, Noel.
That's a rare miss for Decker. I think he came in 90%, was it, from the free throw line?
He knocks down the second, cuts it down to a 10-point game. 5.5 minutes to go in this one. Bristol Flyers on top, 64 points to 54. Miller, guarded by Quealy. Miller shrugs him off and finds King. Shot clock winding down into Watson-Gale, who ends up turning it over. And that is a poorly ran offense for the Flyers.
Just felt he put too much on that pass and it was difficult to control the ball.
Still plenty of time in this game for London to mount a comeback. Harubin. Jumper is short. Decker on the offensive rebound and count it.
Yeah. Continuation for Decker. And again, it's a different dynamic when he's on the floor as well as Kufos. They get those second chance opportunities.
Well, Sam Decker now up to 18 points to lead the way for the Lions this afternoon. He's also got 5 rebounds and 2 assists today. Second free throw is no good, though, for Sam Decker. As you say, you rarely see him miss free throws, let alone 2 back-to-back. Delpesh out to Ollison, thought about the 3, finds Delpesh, the shot clock's winding down, and it's stripped loose. And again, it's stolen back by Brandon Mahan. He thought about the 3, pulls it back out though. Finds King, he's got thingy on him.
It's going to be a tough shot when you got Kufos draped all over you.
As you say, yeah, Costa Kufos all over him, and Ruben to the hole can't finish, and there's Kufos on the follow.
Somehow it goes in.
And London Lions are chipping away at the lead here by the Flyers. Flyers need to get the scoreboard ticking on this possession. Here's Miller, guarded by Best. Skips out to Ollison, who drives inside, floats it up, can't get the finish, and Decker with the rebound.
I think Kufos just made him adjust to that shot.
Decker.
He wants some space, he's going to go for it.
Decker kicks out to Haruban, spins, tough mid-range 2, in and out. It's going to be a foul called away from the ball on Costa Kufos.
Yeah. I think, did he go over the back when they're trying to get position?
Johnny Watson-Gale and Leslie Smith both back into the game for the last 3.5 minutes of this one. Here's Watson-Gale, guarded by Best. Finds King. Mahan. Step back 3. It's way off the mark. And Flyers really struggling to get points here down the stretch.
It's a rare bad shot from him.
Best turns the corner, puts it up. It's going to be a foul. And Aaron Best will head to the line to shoot 2.
Again, I just feel like he felt the contact was going to come, get the ball up, and go to the line. But of course, you've got to make your free throws.
Well, that's going to be a 5th personal foul on, who was it, Tevin Ollison or Leslie Smith? I think it's Ollison who heads to the bench as he fouls out of the game. 11 points, 3 steals in this one. And Aaron Best will head to the line for 2. Chance to cut it down to a 4-point game. Best no good on the first. Second one is good. And London Lions continue to knock on the door.
Well, back to that 5-point game. It just seems every time they get close, Flyers will respond.
Watson-Gale calls for the screen from Smith. Finds Miller, swings to Mahan. Mahan drives baseline. Back out to King. The shot clock's down to 4. Flyers have to go to work here as Watson-Gale gets it up and in. What an incredible move by Jelani Watson-Gale. And that is some much needed points for the Flyers. Haruban, guarded by Mahan. Now Quealy takes a screen from Decker. It's 2.5 minutes to go in this game. Best corner 3 on the way, drains it.
Route around, but went down, it's good. 4 points. It's the closest Lions have been in a while.
Well, Malcolm Delpesh is getting set to return to the game for these final 2 minutes. Watson-Gale takes the screen from Smith. It's guarded by Zubcic. Miller for 3, splashes it. And some important buckets there for Flyers down the stretch. They struggled early on in this 4th quarter, but a floater from Watson-Gale followed by a 3-pointer from Mike Miller causes London Lions to call for time.
And now the Flyers fans will be thinking, this is our day, because every time the Flyers build a lead, the Lions come back, they get within 4 or 5 points, and then the Flyers will respond with a big shot. And that one from Miller could be one of the biggest.
As you say, they do get it down to like 4 or 5 points or so. They've now managed to stretch it back up to 7. Decker leads the way for them with 18 points. Zubcic on 13. And Nelson not far behind on 10. And meanwhile, the Flyers, they have 5 players in double figures scoring for them, led by VJ King, who has 14. Miller actually now has 15 points even, as my live stats just catch up. And Ollison and Mahan both on 11, Watson Gale on 12. And when Flyers have 5 or so players in double figures, that makes them such a tougher proposition to guard.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've mentioned about Watson Gale, but it's the starters who've done it for the Flyers today, put them in this great position to hand the Lions their second loss. But 157 in basketball, that's a long time.
Well, just under 2 minutes to go in this one. Can the Bristol Flyers hold on? Or can the London Lions make a comeback? Decker tries baseline up against Watson Gale. Zubcic swings to Best again. Corner 3 is no good. The offensive rebound gathered by Ruben. And here's Quealy for 3, splashes it. And once again, it is a 4-point game.
He shot that so casually as well, didn't he? The Lions, they need a stop on this. Each time the Flyers have responded with a bucket at the other end.
Here's Miller. Screen comes from Delpesh. Now Zubcic, Mahan in the corner to King. Ball goes in and out. Offensive rebound by Delpesh. And he will go to the line to shoot 2. And that's going to be Zubcic's 5th personal foul as he heads to the bench. And how big could that be as this game winds down? Kufos will come back in for him.
Definitely gets rid of one of the Lions scoring options. This big couple of free throws for Delpesh.
Well, Delpesh can't convert on the first.
And that's just a 3rd miss so far this afternoon from the charity stripe.
Second one is good for Malcolm Delpesh. With just over a minute to go, it is a 5-point game. Decker, guarded by Mahan, turns the corner, looking for Kufos inside. The floater is no good. Stripped back by Decker. It's going to be a jump ball when the possession arrow points towards the Lions. A couple of times in this game, Flyers have been hard done by that arrow.
Well, bring back jump balls, Joel.
Shot clock will reset to 14 seconds. It's going to be Decker to inbound. Kufos hands off with Decker. Decker for 3. In and out. Quealy with an offensive rebound. Kicks out to Best. Extra pass. Decker again for 3. And this time makes no mistakes from downtown. And cuts it down to a 2-point game.
Don't go anywhere, folks.
There's 46 seconds to go in this game. Lions have been knocking on the door. They've cut it down to 2. Watson Gale hesitates, finds King. Looking for Miller. Shot clock's down to 3 and Mahan's shot is no good. Watson Gale with the offensive rebound and he is fouled. And now has a chance to make this a 2-possession game.
Yeah, both teams in the penalty, so it's a trip to the line. Really wants to make both, make it a 2-possession game.
It's been a great game for Watson Gale this evening. 12 points to go along with 3 assists.
He's been the scoring off the bench, and he's done pretty much all of it, hasn't he, in the second half.
Watson Gale good on the first and extends it out to 3.
This is a pivotal free throw. Like I said, make it a 2-possession game, and even harder for the Lions.
Second is good, and that makes it a 4-point game as the buzzer goes, but I don't think anyone called a timeout.
The Lions only got one more to use.
Here's Best. Guarded by Watson Gale. Finds Decker for 3. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound. Quealy towed the line. Rebounded by the Flyers. And there's the foul on VJ King. And they'll be in the bonus, so he'll go to the line to shoot too. And how big was that defensive possession? They had a couple of chances again. London Lions really crashing the offensive glass. It's what they've done to Bristol all game long. And just unable to come up with the goods in the end.
I must admit, I got a little confused second because the score was slow to update. I'm thinking 3 points, and I'm sure they were 4. Of course, the correct score is on the screen. It's still a 2-possession game regardless.
Well, 6 seconds to go, and now King finds himself at the line. Can't convert on the first. And Coach Schmidt looks to the table to call a timeout if this one goes in.
6 seconds, you want to advance the ball.
Well, the second is good, and there is the timeout by London. And with 5 points, a 5-point lead for Bristol Flyers, 6 seconds to go. We've seen it before here at the Wise campus. We have seen teams claw back from a deficit like this in the past over the years.
Is this where you mentioned Daryl Coletto again?
Well, that is certainly the game that does haunt Flyers fans over the years. There's a couple of back-to-back threes. They knocked it down in around 8 seconds or so to force overtime, and then Flyers, they fell short in that game after the 5 minutes of OT. But
it's one of those games that everybody remembers, but because it finished badly for the Flyers, it sort of haunts, doesn't it? It haunts them.
Well, with 6 seconds to go in this one, a 5-point lead for the hometown Flyers, and if they can hold on to this, what an incredible win this would be, as they would complete a double winning weekend following their win over Caledonia on Friday.
Yeah, and of course, it'll bring them a game closer to the Lions, which is even better. And of course, as you mentioned earlier, these two teams are going to meet on Sky.
Yeah, December 16th, that game, Friday night, the next time these two teams meet.
Yeah, setting up to be a classic.
It's going to be Ruben to inbound. 6 seconds to go. Flyers on top by 5.
Need to get it
Finds
in.
Decker. Decker fakes the 3, pulls up for 3, drains it. What an incredible shot by Decker. And with 2 seconds to go, Coach Kapoulis burns his last time out of the game. Oh, his second time out of the half even. And with 2.6 seconds to go, there's still plenty of time for London to pull off the comeback. What a tough shot that was from Decker, hand in the face by Brandon Mahan. There's not much more you could have done there on the defensive end.
Yeah, from the point of view of the Flyers now, 2.6 seconds left, don't do anything stupid. Just, they're going to advance the ball, because even if the Lions to steal the ball, if it's in the front court, they've got to get down the floor in 2.6 seconds or heave it up from distance. They could still lose the Flyers, but they're in a very good position. It's just sensible basketball to try and finish this game out.
Well, they're going to inbound the ball. If they do advance the ball, they'll inbound the ball from the opposite side of the team bench. And of course, that is a spot that's haunted Bristol Flyers this last season. Of course, they had many games where they just couldn't get the ball in bounds from that end of the court. I remember a Sheffield game where they scored 8 points to force overtime from last season. A couple of 5-second violations in that game as well. And that certainly is the last thing that Bristol Flyers will want in this possession.
Don't turn the ball over and try and get a foul and make your free throws. But this is basketball, Joel. Anything can happen.
Well, Mahan is going to be the one to inbound from the sideline. He's got Kufos on it. Gets it into King. Slips on the deck, but able to draw the foul. Just a couple of ticks off the game clock. It does read 1.5.
Yeah, of course, there's no review in the BBL, unlike you'll get in Eurocup. They'll go and they can look at the clock and see what it is.
Well, they are coming over just to double check that they did quickly stop and start it, which they did. So,
but that's the first thing Sam Decker did as soon as the foul was called. It's like, how much? A lot of time with it. 1.1 second. Still discussing it with King at the moment.
They are discussing how much is on the clock, but Decker.
I think some of the fans think it's mind games. That's what they try and put the shooter off.
Well, King has a chance to make this a 2-possession game. So he knocks down the first. And this is the important one here now.
Yeah, this to seal it.
Second free throw is good. And with 1.5 to go, Kufos going to heave. The ball is up, and that will do it. Bristol Flyers have defeated the London Lions. They've handed them their second league defeat of the season with an incredible performance here at the SGS College Arena.
Yeah. I mean, like we mentioned before, they were down early, but since, I say partway through that first quarter, the Flyers have been the better team.